Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. I'm Jen. I'm back with another video.
Hold my boy, let me live my life in vain.
Today I'm going to tell you about all the books I read in January. So it's the 27th of January today, and I've started reading a new book, but I don't think I'll finish it before the 31st. So I thought I'll just do this video. So let's begin. So the first book I read this year was The Song of Achilles, and I'm so sure you know about this book. So like, this book was so good, like so good. First of all, it's like Greek mythology, like retold from a different perspective, but like no, it's like the same only. So this is by Madeline Miller, and on the last page I saw like this was her first book, and oh my god, like this is such a masterpiece for a first book, and even a book in general. Like, that is so nice. This book was just wonderful. I loved it so much. So I'll give you a little overview. So there's Patroclus and there's Achilles, and Patroclus did something when he was a kid and he got exiled, and then he went to stay with Achilles' dad, who was a king, and he would take people in with him. So Patroclus would stay with Achilles, and they like grew up together, and they learned a lot of stuff there, and it was like the journey was so cute and adorable. And you know, like, this a myth, but still I really want to believe that sometime, like somewhere, someday, there was Achilles and there was Patroclus, and they grew up together, they fought, they loved, they were amazing. So I just want to believe it, you know, for the peace of mind. I just want to believe it. And obviously I gave it a 5 on 5. At first I gave it like a 4.9, but then I was like, no, this was so good. So a full 5 on 5 book. Absolutely will recommend it. And it was such a page turner. I finished it so fast. It was just wonderful. Like, please read it. I feel like if you're not even into reading, you will love this book. It's amazing. Like, loved it. So yeah, that's enough about that book. I finished reading that on 5th January. I started on 1st, I've completed on 5th. It's pretty fast for me. I'm a slow reader. Okay, so the next book I read was The Perks of Being a Wallflower. So this book I started reading last year, but I completed this year because I got this book on Christmas and I just couldn't get my eyes off it. So I read it in between while reading this. So after finishing that book, I finished this book. So it's obvious, it was amazing, and the movie was as amazing as this. Like, you know, sometimes, like most of the times, like the books are better than the movies, but this book and the movie were like equivalent. So yeah, I don't need to say much about this because the movie is already out there. But I gave it a 3 out of 5. It wasn't very you know, captivating like The Song of Achilles was. Not comparing, but this is an amazing book. I just like more captivating books. But do not hate it, will recommend. Finished reading this on 12th January. So yeah. And the third book I read this year was The Book Thief. So let's just talk about this for a little bit. So I bought this book on 1st July 2021, and I started reading this in January 2022 and finished it in January 2022. So I was putting this book off for the longest time ever. First, because of the thickness. Like, I am very simple. I don't like books that exceed the page number 400. Like, it is so easy to just put the full book in 400 pages, and like, you don't have to exceed. And this was 585 pages, which is a lot. It is a lot. I have read like I've read 2 more books which has exceeded the number 500 for no reason at all. And the second reason was because it's based on war. This book I finished on 25th of January 2021, and I was putting this off because of the war factor. Like, war is not my thing. So, but then I read it finally, because like literally everybody was like, oh, when you're gonna read this, you have had this for months, like read it. Like everybody was saying that. So I finally read it, and it was an amazing book, absolutely amazing. So this is based in Nazi Germany. We know what happened in Nazi Germany, I think we do. So there's Liesel. Liesel is like the main character in this story, and there's Rudy, that's her best friend. Rudy is amazing. And there's Max, then Hans. Hans was amazing. I don't know how to describe this book. It's basically a lot about war, but not like in war, like not fighting, not the fighting side of the war, but like getting bombed and, you know, hiding, and Jews and Nazis and Hitler, all about that, and friendship and relationships. And I don't know, this was an amazing book. I am so glad that I read it, and I'm so glad that I did not put it off for more. I thought I'll take like 2-3 months to finish it, but then I finished it on 25th. I started it on 12th January, finished on 25th. Very, very good for me. So yeah, and I gave it a 3.7 out of 5. I would like you to not go on my ratings because I don't know why I rate them lower, but I think because of the war and thickness I did that. But this was an amazing book. You should definitely read it. And this was actually recommended by my friend. She's amazing. Atika, if you're watching this, thank you so much for recommending this. I actually saw this on Instagram and Pinterest for a while, and then she read it and she said it's amazing. So, and she, like, I would read at school and she would go like, oh, when are you gonna read The Book Thief? And I was like, soon, and I would never. I finally read it, so thank you, Atika, for recommending this book. This was amazing, and I'm so glad you did. And yeah, I only read 3 books in January, which is actually a lot for me considering the thickness. So yeah, these are all a must read books, and you should definitely read all of them. And yeah, that was all for this video. I hope you liked this video. I hope you liked the books I read, and if you want, you can recommend any books in the comments that you think are good. So yeah, thank you so much for watching. I hope you had fun, and if you did, please smash that like button, and it really is nice to see people liking. And subscribe if you want to see more of me. I know most of the people don't like my book reviews or books in general, but like I like them. Also, I'm gonna change the timings and the date for my uploading from February. So it is going to be on Fridays at 5 p.m. for sure. So please make sure to turn on the bell notification to get notified every time I upload, because it's gonna be on Friday 5 p.m. So yeah, I really hope you like this video. And yeah, stream Watercolor Eyes by Lana Del Rey on Spotify, Apple Music, and everywhere. Wonderful song, wonderful. Okay, so yeah, I'll see you next time.
Hold my mind.